What's going on YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips on how to get better aim on console in Rainbow Six Siege. I know it may not seem like much coming from me because my name hasn't really gotten out there a lot, but I've been playing the game for 2 seasons, and last season I hit Emerald 2 with a 1.4 KD, and this season I'm in Diamond 2 with a 1.2 KD, and I'm on the road to hit Champion this season, and hopefully sometime in the near future be able to play in some roller Saturdays and showcase my skills there. So basically I'm going to be giving you guys my 5 personal tips on how to get better aim and what's helped me become a better player in Rainbow Six Siege. If you guys want the links to any of my socials, they'll be down below in the description. I'm live every day on Twitch, and I also try to post a couple times a week on TikTok. But that's enough with that. Let's get into the video. These are my 5 tips on how to get aim like Spoit on controller in Rainbow Six Siege. Drop a like and subscribe if you like the video, and stay tuned for more content. YouTube! What's good? I'm back with another video. If you saw the title and listened to the introduction, you already know what this is about. But these are my 5 personal tips on how to get aim like Spoit on console. So getting into it, number 1. Now, I'm not going to say these first 2 steps are the most important, but they're kind of like the foundation of everything. And if you have a bad foundation, then the fucking whole building's going to fall down. You know what I'm saying? So these 2 are like pretty important for the rest of them, for the rest of the steps to be like, you know, actually work for you guys. So number 1 is going to be your settings. Now, like I said, this is kind of just the foundation of everything. So, I mean, these 2, like general HUD and audio, are kind of just all personal preference, but I'll go through them anyways. So I just got my in-game music all the way down, my menu sound effects down, and my menu music down. Everything else is 100. My sound is hi-fi. That's definitely the best. Night mode like muffles everything, so you don't want that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. This is just kind of all personal preference and stuff like that. So like none of this matters really too much. It's kind of just like what you prefer. But going over to display, you're going to want your VSync off. I'm not 100% sure what this does. It just says it synchronizes the game to your monitor's refresh rate. So basically with that off, I personally get better FPS with that turned off, so that's why I have that like that. And then graphic mode, I obviously have prioritized performance on, so you're getting 120 FPS. If you don't have this on and you have a new gen, you need to turn this on. This will win you so many more gunfights, bro. You don't even understand. 60 FPS is horrible to have gunfights on. It's terrible. FOV I got is 84. I used to play on 90, but it's very zoomed out. It allows you to see a lot, but it also makes the enemy characters like thinner and kind of harder to hit. That's like a good balance of being zoomed out and you being able to see a lot on your screen, but also the characters being like, you know, proportionate and not super thin and hard to hit. Menu display and HUD display, I just both have on 95. Brightness, I have on 65, so I have mine turned up a little bit from the default 50. Now, going over into controls, this is kind of more like personal preference. I have vibration off. If you play with vibration, you're a weirdo, bro. I don't know how you do that shit. Gadget deployment advanced, drone deployment advanced. Controller layout and all this shit, I just have on default. I just play on a standard Xbox controller. I don't have paddles or anything like that. I just got the, oh my god, my light's flickering. I just got the control freaks on because that helps with your aim a lot. Disabled, classic. So that was it for step 1, is pretty much just basic settings. You want to make sure that you have, you know, those set up so you know, you're able to do good. Moving on to step 2, which is a very, very important step. You got 1 block of the foundation right here. This is your second block. Then you can start the building, okay? You get what I'm saying? Number 2 is sensitivity. Now, this is very important. So I play right now, I play on a 3060. Sensitivity. That 3060 feels good for me. I know a lot of top players have been playing on this recently. Left stick and right stick dead zones, I just have set to 5. That's standard. Like I said, I have just a default controller, and it's fairly new, like maybe 2 weeks old, so I don't have any stick drift. I know some people have to turn their dead zones up so they don't get as much stick drift and it's like not as noticeable. Left trigger and right trigger dead zones I have set to 0. If you're playing against people with scuff controllers, they can set the how much they have to press the trigger down, and if they set it, they can set it to literally like a mouse click. So you want that. Personally, I think 0 is the best because I see an enemy, I'm going to want to shoot him as quickly as possible. So I have that on 0. Sometimes the split second will make the difference in getting the kill or not. You know what I mean? So I have that on 0. I like it. There's not really many times you can accidentally shoot in Siege. I mean, unless you're like flanking somebody and accidentally press the trigger, but you know, that is what it is. Aim I have on hold. Advanced controller options disabled. This is a big one, bro. This is a big one. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I had, these were turned on, but the actual setting was disabled, but I'm kind of like a fucking, whatchamacallit. I don't even know the word. But these were turned up, but it was disabled. Superstitious, that's the word. And I turned them, I enabled it, turned them all down to 0, and then disabled it and turned them off. And my aim just felt smoother. I don't know if it was just kind of like a, you know, just like a mental thing. Like I just thought that it did it because I changed it, like a placebo effect. I don't know if it was that. Personally, I think that it actually did change the way that I aim. So you want to make sure if these are turned on, I think by default these are turned on, you wanted to enable it, turn them all to 0, and then disable it, and make sure you don't change that. You don't want any of these on. This is all going to fuck with your aim and make you terrible. Now, ADS sensitivity. Standard. All right. Is it still recording? Why did it... What is happening to Siege servers right now? Right in the middle of my recording, dude. Are you shitting me? Technical difficulties. I will be right back when this is fixed. Alright, we're back. I'm not sure what the fuck that was. Alright, moving on to controller sensitivity. Is my recording still going? Yeah, I didn't lose internet. I don't know what the fuck happened. Alright, standard ADS I have on 34. My 1.0 is 22. My 2.5 is 30. These are really the only two you're really going to be using. I mean, I play glass sometimes, but not a lot. So sensitivity is important, and I'm going to give you guys my best piece of advice, and it is literally just fool around with your sensitivity until you find something that's comfortable for you. Just because Stompin plays on 100 and has, you know, this crazy sensitivity, whatever his sensitivity is, it doesn't mean if you swap to it, you're going to have as good aim as him, bro. People are different. Their muscles move different. Their fingers move different. Some things are going to feel comfortable towards certain people. Other things aren't. So my best advice is to literally just fool around until you find something that fits and then stick with it. Consistency is the biggest thing. It's okay to change your sensitivity around. I mean, some days I'll get on and my sense, you know, feels off, so I'll change it up, you know, up or down 1 or 2. But other than that, you pretty much just want to find something that's comfortable for you and stick to it. Practice on it. Don't be changing it, okay? And don't be copying other people's. Just do what's comfortable to you. Now, moving over to accessibility, I have my optic color on green. The only reason I like that is because it kind of, there's like not a lot of, I don't really know if there's anything on maps that is this color green. So I like my reticle standing out from things in the background. So it's just easier to tell where it is on the screen. And I feel like it helps me with aiming, but this is really just a personal preference. I used purple before, but it was too dark. I didn't really like it. Up against, like if you're aiming at somebody and they have a dark wall behind them, it's sometimes a little hard to see your reticle. So I found that green is the best for me. Default red is also pretty solid too. Now, optic opacity. You might be like, Frosty, you just said that you like being able to see your reticle on the screen. Why is your opacity turned down? And yes, that's a good point, but listen. Optic opacity, if you have it turned down, you still see your reticle on the screen, but it almost kind of makes it like fucking transparent, I guess the word is. So I have mine set to 77 because in certain scenarios, if I'm like spawn peeking or something like that, like challenging somebody that's really far away, you can almost see their head. I use ACOG scope, perfectly line up into the tip. That looked weird. Perfectly line up into the tip of the ACOG. So it's like you can almost see their head through the scope. So you like know 100% you have a headshot if you shoot. That's why I have that turned down. That just feels good for me. Yeah, it's really just personal preference. Screen shake, make sure you have this turned off, bro. Unless if you don't, grenades and impacts and all that shit are gonna be shaking your fucking screen and just fucking you up when you're trying to play. Stun effects, I have it on dark glare. I don't really feel like there's a huge difference between this. I think they just added this kind of recently. These I think are all just default. So that's gonna do it for step 2 on the list. Now step 3, you are going to go into training ground, right? Pick whatever operator you either play a lot or warm up on. Pretty much just an operator that you play a lot. I always warm up on Ash because I just like the R4C. I play a lot of Ash. I play a lot of Ram. The gun has a good amount of recoil, so it warms up your fingers when you control it. Yeah, I just warm up with Ash. It's just what I've been doing for a while now. It feels comfortable to me. So you're going to go into training ground. The first thing you're going to do, trust me guys, this is going to help your aim so much. I started doing this about 3 weeks ago, and I'm not even kidding you. My aim is better than it has ever been, but you have to be consistent and you have to do this every day. So every day I get on Siege, I load up into training grounds. If I already know the recoil pattern of the R4C because I do it so much, but if you're using a gun that you don't know, literally go up to this target, don't touch this stick at all, literally just shoot and see where the bullet trail goes. Let me turn down my, hold on a second. All right, that's a lot better. I was getting actually penetrated by the sound. So like I said, don't touch the right stick at all. Just see where the bullet trail goes, and then you're going to want to mirror that. So the R4C goes up and to the right. So to mirror it and control the recoil, you want to go slightly down and to the left. As so. Again. Down and to the left. I have a default controller. I'm not Cronus. None of that shit, bro. It's literally people blow recoil out of proportion and make it seem way more complex than it is, bro. Literally, it's just mirroring whatever the recoil pattern is. You will have amazing aim on any gun, bro. You just have to practice, trust me. Down and to the left again. That's all you have to do, bro. Let me show you on the F2. F2 is just goes straight up quickly. So pretty much you just want to pull down pretty hard. I don't use the F2 a lot, so I'm not great with it. You just want to pull down, bro. That's all it is. See whatever the recoil pattern is for your gun, and just mirror it, bro. That's literally all you have to do. It is so much easier than people think it is. Alright, so that was step 3, is going to be recoil control. That's the best to do on this. You can, change the... you can do, a person like that. I may have just blown that guy's penis off. No diddy. You can set the distance and shit like that, so you can practice from further away, but that is very good for warming up and learning recoil patterns. That is going to help your aim so much. Moving on to step 4, another big one is going to be crosshair placement. You don't know how many people I am Diamond 2 right now. If I'm not playing with my stack and I go into a solo queue game, there is people quite literally aiming at penis level, and I have zero fucking idea how you ever get a fucking kill unless you have a fucking shotgun. That is the biggest horse shit I have actually ever fucking seen. So one way to get really good crosshair placement, I can't show you guys in here and I'm not loading up a custom game, but basically if you go into, you can go into the map game mode or whatever, or just go into a custom game with yourself. You go up to a doorway, you barricade it, and then break the doorway down. There's going to be circles going up the barricade, and there's going to be 2 buckles in certain spots. One buckle is going to be knee level. The other buckle, that second buckle, is head level. So that's the one... Alright, what am I doing? That was weird. That second buckle is head level. So that's the one that you want to aim at. If you aim at that, it's about I'd probably say about right there. That is always going to be head level. So if you go into a custom game, put up a barricade, take it down. Look for that circle that's right near the second buckle at the top of the door frame. That is always head level. So once you get that, you can literally just walk around the map, just not moving your cursor, aiming at head level, so you'll always be prepared in a game. When people walk around corners, you'll instantly be head level. You will win so many more gunfights, trust me.
Keep going.
The second zone in the training grounds is very good for crosshair placement because this dummy is, I mean, the same size as a character. So one thing that I do in here after I warm up on my recoil is I'll just work on my tracking. So I'll start on this side. I'll try to stay on his head as much as I can. Like so. You can change up the pace. You can change up, you know, your quick peeking. Just make sure you always keep your reticle on like head or chest level. If it's a gun with a lot of recoil and you're not great at controlling it yet, you can aim a little lower, like kind of like this level right here. And then when the gun kicks up, you might be able to get a recoil headshot. But my best advice is to just learn the recoil of any gun. So I hop into here and I do this tracking for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm telling you, when you first try this happened to me. I had never done anything like it before. It feels weird in your head, like it's working a part of your brain that you don't normally work. So it's gonna feel weird, it's gonna feel awkward, but trust me, it took me like a week of doing this and I'm already used to it. I'm way better than I was when I started, and it helps your tracking so much because most gunfights you get in, I mean, I guess it depends on what rank you are, but there's not gonna be people just like standing still shooting you most of the time. Some people are, when you get into higher ranks, people are going to be moving around. They're going to be quick peeking. So tracking is very, very important. So I'll hop in here. I'll do this for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then once I feel comfortable with that, I'll start incorporating shooting into it as still going from side to side. So we'll do some of that. Do some of that. Working on my recoil control that I just practiced in the other zone. Tracking side to side. Staying at head, chest level. If you do this, guys, trust me, it's going to help your aim tons. So number 4 was crosshair placement, and number 5 was really supposed to be tracking, but they're kind of similar in a way, so I just kind of combined those two. All right, step number 5, and I'm not joking. Call me cringe, say whatever the fuck you guys want. I am not kidding you. If you stretch your hands, bro, trust me, I know this sounds weird. If you stretch your hands before you get on, it is going to help so much. I don't care if you just do like regular like this, if you get in the shower and tug one out before just to warm your hands and wrist up. I don't care what you do. I always make sure that I crack my knuckles and then I'll stretch out my fingers. I'll do it individually. I'll do multiple of them at the same time. I'll roll my wrists, roll my thumbs. I'm double jointed. Yep. I'm telling you guys, it may not seem like a big deal, but a lot of people get on in the morning or after like a long day of work or some shit like that, and their hands are you're either just woken up so your hands aren't awake yet, or you just got off of like a long ass shift and your hands are tired. I'm telling you, warming up your fingers will help so much with your aim. There's so many times where I get on before I was doing this and my hands would be so stiff, it would be impossible to win a gunfight. It would literally be the most difficult thing ever. Once I started warming up my hands before I got on, it helped loads. But pretty much, that's going to do it for the video. Those are my 5 tips on how to improve your aim on console. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 3 weeks, and I'm not kidding you. My aim has gotten so much better, bro. One of the most important things is getting a routine. So many people get on, and they'll just hop into ranked, you know what I mean? Like, no warm-up whatsoever, and then they'll do terrible and just rage quit off. And I'm telling you, if you do these things, it is going to improve your aim so much. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed and if this helped you out, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subs by the end of August, so we got a month, bro. I'm grinding for you guys. If you want the links to my socials, they'll be down in the description below. I'm live almost every day of the week on Twitch, grinding ranked. I'm currently, there's no scoreboard in this. I'm currently Diamond 2. This is my 2nd season playing the game. I was Emerald 2 last season. I'm Diamond 2 this season. Excuse me. There's still 40 days left in the season. I'm hoping to hit Champ And I'm really hoping to start playing in some roller Saturdays. I would love to show out for you guys and do that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe for me. Comment, bro, tag a friend. If your friend has terrible aim and you're sick of queuing with him and him fucking throwing your games, tag him in the fucking comments, bro. Help a brother out, all right? You know what I'm saying? My socials will be down there. I try to post on TikTok a couple times a week. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. Peace.